Okay, update to where I'm at there. I put some alignment dowels inside the top of the head there and put my gasket on. Actually put the alignment dowels inside the bottom engine block, I believe, and then put the gasket on there and then set this over it and then just tapped it down gently with a rubber mallet. And so now what I'm going to do is take my screws. I took them on the bench grinder, the wire wheel, brass wheel, cleaned up all these, got them all looking nice and shiny, and I just got done lubricating the bolts. And now I'm going to double check, but I'm pretty sure they just go in all these holes right here. So I'm just going to drop the bolts in there and then start getting ready to torque it down. And also a little tip, I put my intake gasket on. I'm not going to swing around and show you that. You just trust me, it's there. It's easier to put it on before you put the head on, because it would be kind of tricky to put it on now because the bolts stick out and they're going to bump into stuff. So exhaust gasket's still off. I'll probably do that last. Anyways, that's where I'm at. All the gaskets I got. So everything I could figure out where it goes just by looking at it, put it up top here. And there's a chart on the box. And the stuff that I'm unsure of I've been putting down here. And so this is one of the ones I was unsure of. So as I work on this, let's see here. So this guy is on here and I'm like, oh, that looks like the same size hole pattern as one of my gaskets there. So I just took that off, and here's my new gasket. So I'm just going to put this on and then put this upper radiator hose deal back on there. Okay, so I just got done torquing my head bolts in. There's 10 of them, and you want to make sure you get a book and read up on how they want you to do it. And also there's different methods and they're not wrong, they're just different. So I really want you to look this up. So I don't want to say this is how you do it, because you really need to have a book telling you what your torque sequences are so you can follow some logical pattern. In my case, it kind of went like this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and then the last one was an X pattern. And it was a two-step process for mine. It was like 22 and 47 or something like that. But you really need to look it up and follow a manual. And I've seen, there's just many different ways to do that, and they all work well. You just need to pick a method. So you don't want to use my torques with a different cross pattern or something like that. So I really want you to look those up. Anyway, so I changed the gasket in this guy. Just tighten that bolts on there, and just got done torquing the head on. So got the major task that we tried to accomplish, which was replace the head gasket, pretty much done. Now we're just replacing gaskets and reassembling them. So here's our finished off. I just put all the bolts on the intake here. I got my gasket in there already from when I did my head. And there's just one tricky one, and it's right in the bottom middle. So what I did is just put a piece of tape on a socket and had a little swivel and was able to get it down there. So I still need to torque these down, but that's where I'm at though.